Hi, this is Dave Bailey with the Museum of the West. Now, today we're going to talk about Buffalo Bill, Wild West Show. And people are like, well, what does that have to do with Grand Junction? Well, in September of 1908, Buffalo Bill's show came here by train. And the interesting thing is we're halfway between Salt Lake and Denver. So the big shows would want to stop somewhere for the night and then put on some performances. But he brought the entire show, and you can look, there's a poster from the newspaper. With 500 employees came here in 1908, 10,000 people actually came to see the show, and he had stagecoach robberies, he had battles. I mean, it was quite the show. He had Russian soldiers, Japanese soldiers, and all basically amazing things in each tent. But I have a personal story. My wife's great-grandfather and his brother, it was Ray and Chris. Their dad gave them 50 cents to go to the Buffalo Bill show. So he said, go in the main tent, boys, because that's where the big show is. But the boys didn't listen, and they gave a quarter, went into a side tent for another show. When they got to the big tent, they were each a quarter short to get into the big tent. So they were both crying by the front door of the tent to go into the big show. And a stranger came by and said, here, boys, and gave them each a quarter, and so they got to see Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. But when I interviewed him, he was in his late 80s, and he said that was one of the highlights of his life, going to see Buffalo Bill in the Wild West show. And a couple of tricks that Buffalo Bill used, and you can see his pistol here. It's a 32-20 Winchester centerfire. Buffalo Bill, they used to throw up plates and everything up in the air, and he would shoot them on glass balls. But as he got older, and he was quite a bit older by the time he came to Grand Junction, they put birdshot in the gun, so the little shot would hit the plates no matter where they threw them. But there were other times. Annie Oakley, who traveled with the Buffalo Bill show, she could ride backwards on a horse. They'd throw up 8 glass balls about the size of a Christmas ornament, and she had 2 small pistols, and she could hit all the glass balls before they hit the ground. And imagine riding backwards on a horse at full gallop. And can anyone today do that? No. So I always tell kids when they come visit the museum, we get hundreds of school groups coming through here. I always say that girls are the best shot because Annie Oakley's never been top since. So it's a fun story.